Good morning. So, I had been sitting here sort of like dozing like 30 minutes before my alarm was set to go off for work. And there was a part of my brain that was like, I know I set that alarm because I know I did. It wasn't on. So, it's a good thing I woke up right when I was supposed to without the alarm. I've had that happen surprisingly a few times before where my alarm, I know I had turned it on and it doesn't go on. Also, there's something else going on that I want to tell you guys about as well. So I am half asleep. Please pardon the weird angle my phone's gonna be at, but I'm gonna tell this story while I braid my hair for work. So long story short, which is probably still gonna be kind of long, my friend Kaylee, who I've never met in person, but we have a mutual friend, Ashish, who was in a table read that I did a few years ago, is in her final year of school for like producing is what she's doing. So her final project is to take a feature script and basically do all of the pre-production documents that you would do for it to show that she would be trained in how to do one as a producer, right? So I originally sent her Straight Lace and my other, like the biographical sort of script, and told her that Aces was currently being pitched to somebody. So yeah, because she didn't request to read that one right away, but I told her that my managers were working on pitching that to somebody. So anyway, and then she wrote me back with that, and she was like, oh, that's so exciting to hear, like yada yada yada, right? So anyway, she ended up asking me to send her Aces, and I was under the assumption that she just wanted to read it because she had told me that she really enjoyed the short film and that she was really excited. She was really excited to hear that someone was interested in it. So I didn't know that she wanted to read it to actually consider it for her project, because I thought she knew that when I had said, yes, someone's currently reading it, which I see now that wasn't super clear. So anyway, Aces is the one that she chose, and one of my managers started panicking because he was like, wait, like I'm so confused, like please don't communicate with her until we all talk, like we're in the middle of pitching it. And so I copied my managers on this. Now I am realizing now though that I think I accidentally forgot to copy them when I was sending her Aces, once again, because I thought she was just wanting to read it. And the script is protected. It's protected under copyright, all of that. So if anyone tried to steal it, I have proof that it's mine. So my managers are totally fine with others reading it if they want to, because it's protected. So I didn't copy them on that email. I think I accidentally didn't copy them, and then I was like, oh, well, I think that's fine because she just wants to read it. Obviously, I was wrong, so I wrote my managers back this morning and was like, okay, this honestly threw me off a little too. I had told her that there was interest in Aces, but I'm realizing now that was not strong enough, because I didn't know what I could say. I didn't want to say it's off the table because that's technically not true. There's nothing contractually agreement. This is also too, like, it's not that the project would actually be done. It's just doing those pre-production documents for her class for a grade. That's all they would be used for. So I wrote them back and told them all of that, but I told them too, I said, that's I misunderstood why she wanted to read the script. I'm sure it'll be no problem for us to reply, or for me to reply and say, hey, I'm so sorry, I misunderstood why you wanted to read that script. I just thought you wanted to read it. I didn't know you were going to consider it because it's actually kind of can't be considered right now. Even though, once again, though, legally it can be because there's nothing in writing. And it's not that the script would be done. It's just letting her do pre-production documents for a grade to show her professor, you know, her final project, her grade. You know, can she do this? So anyway, I know I'm going to have most likely a phone call with them after work today, and I made sure to put in my email when I get off work again and all of that. So, just, I don't know. I wish, because as I said, I copied them on the original email. So if they were against the idea as a whole, I kind of wish they would have read it and told me. I don't know if it's that an idea as a whole they're against it, or it's just ACEs that can't be done. I don't know, but that's what's going on. So needless to say, between the alarm not actually being on and my lingering suspicions about that being true, and then between getting that email in the morning or seeing that email first thing in the morning,
very happy. I told myself that if these were still there when I finished my shift, I would get them. Reduced cupcakes.
So I have an update about what I talked about this morning. I know this vlog is already super long, so I'm gonna try to keep it short. While I tell you, I'm gonna eat one of my cupcakes. I don't know which one yet, though. By the way, speaking of reduced cupcakes, I tried to tell a woman at work today who said she was bringing some stuff to a little event that maybe reduced cupcakes were not the best option because there's a sticker on them that says reduced, but she decided on it anyway. The really quick update is, talked about this morning, I sort of was communicating with my managers through email while I was at work. Everything's fine. I sent over an email to Kaylee, who wanted to use it, and just said, hey, things have changed since I sent you the script. The people who are reading it are showing elevated interest. So at this time, unfortunately, it can't be used for this. And at the same time, I also need you to sign this little document that says, I agree that I will not use it in any way, shape, or form. I'm also sending that to Emmy and AJ. I just did. Since they also have the script because they wanted to read it. And, you know, they were in the short, so they got to read it. Just to be safe. So I have a feeling she's going to go with one of the other scripts, one of the other 7 scripts that she read, and not one of the other 2 of mine. And I'm totally fine with that. I'm just really grateful that she thought ACEs was the best of those 10 and she wanted to use it. That's a really big honor. So that means a lot to me because she said she felt it was the best written and it was the story that needed to be told the most. So that meant a lot to me, means a lot to me. So regardless, I'm just very thankful for that. I'm also thankful that she knows how the business is, so I don't think she'll be taken aback when I say, hey, things have changed. They're showing elevated interest. We have to basically streamline it to them now until they tell us otherwise. So I think she's going to understand that. She's probably going to be bummed, just like I was kind of bummed, but hopefully it's for good reason, you know? Anyway, I'm going to finish eating this cupcake. Probably not the frosting, but the cupcake itself.
I'm really bummed because my parents were looking at a new property here, and my mom had even just told me that she was gonna fly in so we could go see it together on Friday. And they just found out that the property went under contract last night. I don't know why it took until 6:12 p.m. for them to find that out, or for them to be told that. I'm not only like heartbroken because it was a really cool property, but like I was really excited to get to see my mom. And now obviously there's no point in her flying here. So
it seems like my mom at this time is still planning on coming because she doesn't know or doesn't think the tickets are refundable since they're for basically 48 hours from now. But I told her, you know, I said, I will be super bummed if you aren't coming, but I said, I totally understand that now there's not really a point to the trip. So if you do find that they're refundable or refundable for points or something, like, I completely understand. But I also told her too, if you want to stay here a little bit longer, in case if the realtor does find like other properties that are available that you would want to go look at, like, you're more than welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. I'm finishing up one post and then I have one more for work. The problem is that I messaged someone 20 minutes ago
saying, hey, the information for this post that you said is in this WhatsApp channel, I cannot find this info. I've gone back all the way to the end of to Friday, and I can't find it. I can't find this info anywhere. And trying to be like, could you tell me what day it is? And no response. No response at all. So I'm about to finish this post in the next 5 minutes. So I don't really know what to do necessarily, because the post that's underneath it said today if possible, but that post that I'm waiting on the answer on says today. So that one's more important than the other one. But I'm like, if no one's responding to me, really, if I wanted to be really petty, I could be like, oh, well, I decided to do my titles for the week instead because no one was responding to me. But I don't think I'd do that. Depending on what the other post is. If it's too long. So it's 9:05. I just finished work. So hang on. It's 9:05. I just finished work. I did decide to do the post underneath it because it was going to be a really quick one. And I never got a response on the other one and still couldn't find anything. So if they have a problem with it, I can be like, I tried to message the editor and got no response. So didn't really know what else I was supposed to do. Plus part of me just feels like being a little petty, even though I just didn't go, I don't want to say above and beyond and like message other people, but that was the last editor that had been on duty. I didn't want to bother anyone else. So anyway, but yes, I'm done. And I think I'm going to read some of my book. Okay. I don't really know.
A lot's happened today. It's been like a roller coaster. So I'm going to bed. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. On social media, it's in the description. Love you all.